Yeah, it was unique. I think every coach that went through it this season will tell you that. I think when we got this all going back to last summer and getting everybody back onto campus in the middle of July, you didn't know what it was going to look like, but we felt confident that the end was going to happen, right? Like at some point, you don't know what the path is going to look like, but at some point, March was going to happen. And, I think there were a lot of things that you navigate throughout the season, and unfortunately for us, had some tough breaks with a couple different pauses because of COVID and all of that. So I think that took us out of the flow at times. But at the same point, I think I was really proud of our players for everything that they overcame. There was a lot of things that we had to sacrifice, both as a team, them individually, not seeing their family as much, not seeing their coaches as much. The relationship just had to be different because of the safety measures and the protocols that went in there. And so it was difficult, but I think everybody went through that, and really proud of them for everything that had to happen for the season to still come about. We thought we were playing really well going into finals. Coming off that William & Mary game, I thought everything was really clicking. Lineups were working. You have a break, and then you go into Christmas vacation. And, at that point, really didn't know what a COVID pause did to your team. And so we were out for 2 weeks, come back practice for a day, maybe two, and then the VCU game happened. And it's like, whoa, that kind of woke you up and definitely humbled you a little bit. But credit to our players. We had another break because of Christmas, the holiday over that time, and I thought we came back and we were playing really, really well. And then again, you had a couple pauses there in the middle of January and then the end of February. But for us to look back, and yeah, I think the 13-9 record is impressive in the sense that you feel like you're still making steps and you're making strides as you go through there. But at the same point, just I thought how well we were playing, and both individually, but as a team, you were kind of forced to come together and gel multiple times after some of those breaks. The first 16 years of my career, I often said, how a season goes depends a lot on your seniors, and how much of a presence they have on that program, how much of they make it kind of their team. And I thought with this group, obviously there was a lot of successes that we had on the court. I thought Kaylin, overcame some injuries and played well at the end of the season. I thought Alex was phenomenal. Her last month and maybe even month and a half, she was playing outstanding basketball. So those things helped us. But I just think the way that they kind of put their fingerprints on the program, and just led us. And sometimes that was to keep things light. Sometimes that was corralling us and saying, hey, we got to really lock down. We thought this, and we thought we were in a good spot, and then we just got humbled pretty good. And so I think just having their presence and the comfort that the rest of the team showed because of the leadership that they showed throughout the season. I think that's a huge credit to the 5 freshmen that came in, but probably even more so to the team that was already here. And some of those guys, their roles changed because of what Addie did, what Siobhan did, and the rest of them. Grace coming in here and playing the minutes that she did. That took it changed the roles, took some minutes from other players. And I thought, by and large, they were very welcoming with that. I think from our players' standpoint, those 5, in a weird way, it was a free year, from the NCAA. So in a lot of ways, this was like a redshirt season for them. And, I think you saw what Addie did on the court, just a phenomenal season. I think the way that she plays within our offense, gives us a lot of hope for the future with her in particular. But I thought Siobhan had a great start to the season, kind of had some ups and downs throughout there, but she showed signs of what she can do. Grace, especially there at the end, and she had some glimpses throughout the season, but really that tournament game, especially the one against St. Louis, she was incredible. She really kind of willed us in those last 5 minutes to make that comeback and get us into overtime, and really had her doing things that we hadn't asked her to do the rest of the season. And Kylie and Maya too. Again, this is sometimes your freshman year is trying to figure out roles and trying to figure out your comfort, and those two have some incredible futures ahead of them. So I think we're really, really excited about them, but also I think a huge credit to the players that were already here and how well they navigated and helped navigate the freshmen's kind of path through the season. I like what we have coming back, with all due respect to the 2 that have graduated. I really like the players that we have coming back, and I really like our incoming freshmen. I think this is something we've really challenged our kids even in this short off season right now. I think we've given them a break. But I don't think any of us are excited about sitting here. Well, we had a good season, a good building block season. We don't want to be in the same position next year. I think we feel like we are a program that is expecting to play in the postseason every single year, and I think we're building towards that. but we have to change some things. You know, I've mentioned the word humbled a couple times. I think there were some humbling things that happened to this program this year, some losses and some things that maybe we could have done better. And you know, I don't want to put a ceiling on next season, but I don't want to make expectations. But I think we all feel really good about the potential and what next season can look like, and definitely beyond that in the future.